still a game. It's going to be fun. Don't think about the fact that there's a huge prize pool on the line and hundreds of thousands of people watching. And just get into it. I think a lot of these guys early game, they need to make that decision. Do they want to be an early aggressive team, or do they want to just wait to get that loadout? Do they want to wait to have those resources and feel comfortable before making those rotations and finding early engagements? So I love to see Dementos and Base Soldier playing together. I had a chance to talk to them briefly yesterday, and they're both very excited. They're both very talented players, and seeing them together in this event, I think they can make something happen here. One of my favorite landing spots is Mansion.
It's a classic.
There's a plane spawn in the bottom. It's amazing.
I mean, we've got a little bit of early action going on here. It looks like Dementos and Base Soldier were not the only two players that decided to actually drop here. So we've got a little bit of a scuffle starting. Started early. 0 players have been eliminated. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, we've got Dementos on top with the high ground, and Base Soldier taking shots from the side, but ooh, he does get shot with a pump shotgun, managing to take down Tom.
Base Soldier kind of just trying to navigate the basement here, go through his builds. These players don't have very much when it comes to builds right now, so he's trying to reserve, use maybe just a couple. The edits are coming out here. Looks like they're having a little bit of a dance battle. Clingers are back in the game, however, so he will use those to break down Mateus's metal. He is very low on mats, so he is looking to kind of come back and disengage. But let's just take a look and see how Base Soldier navigates the rest of this fight. He looks like he's trying to pull a little bit of a flank on him, make the walls his own so that he will be able to easily edit. But it looks as though his other soldier, Dementos, does have eyes right now on Mateus. So they're tracking him through this basement, all the while just getting down, boogieing and discoing the whole time. My goodness.
Yeah, having this music in the background, it's definitely a difficult area to fight in because you don't have the same footstep audio that you typically would in quieter areas of the map. But it looks like they are unable to locate him quite yet. I'm surprised that they do opt to join up together, and he's gone. He's gone. Where did Pookie? Where?
Mateus said, "Listen, guys."
He went down, and you know that plane spawn I was talking about earlier?
He
found the plane, and he headed over to this nice little turtle structure to get some loot, and those two are still searching him over that in-game music audio. I don't think they heard him.
I don't think they heard
didn't
him
hear
either.
The plane.
Not at all.
Wow.
Here we are in Tilted. We see Slobbings and FPS. Talked to Slobbings a little bit yesterday. Did you know that man is an incredible singer?
I did not know that.
He is so good.
Did he sing for you?
He did. He sang me "Fly Me to the Moon."
Whoa.
Yes.
How did I miss this? So not only does he love going tilted and is an incredible fragger, he also has an incredible voice.
He's great. Look at him there.
Well, keep that in mind, ladies, okay?
Let's take a look over at Jayamok and see what he is up to. He's got his partner here, Kevy. They're over
Retail Row.
Yeah.
South of
Retail there. Down by the plateau, which is one of my favorite areas to snipe from. Good high ground, good vision into retail. They're looking to possibly engage and clean up here any early fights. It doesn't look like there's been very many. We still have 96 players alive at this point, Kitty.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane, considering there's only a certain amount of points of interest on this map. Having your duo partner, you're bound to run into people, and only having 4 players eliminated, it definitely looks like these guys are taking more of a passive role. Maybe after game 1, they've realized how important it is to get those placement points, not playing as aggressive. We did see Demo and Tifu take advantage of that big bonus, but the rest of the group wasn't able to do that, so definitely focused more on placement, positioning, getting that loadout that you're comfortable with, and then moving into the next zone.
Now, the players have been here for a couple of days. We've been fortunate enough to talk with them and kind of talk strategy with them a little bit. And, you know, I think the general consensus yesterday, or what I was getting a feel for, and you can definitely correct me here if I'm wrong, but a lot of the players said that they were going to, like you said, take a more passive approach, try and get to the end game, and then just third party quite a bit to rack up those kills, get those eliminations, and get their points that way. And I think, honestly, that's the general consensus at this point.
Yeah, definitely with these guys. Those late game engagements are super, super important and do really help get those eliminations. But we do have these guys maybe looking to get an engagement on the east side of the divot. They're hurtling up against these natural resources. One of my favorite things in this game are things like the rocks, so things that you don't have to build, where you're not going to give clue to the other people that you're there. They're able to get a shot on Patek, I believe his name is, and he he does see the engagement. These guys aren't really pushing, just making sure that he knows they're there, and now rotating into the next zone.
And he does take shots at that new infantry rifle, just added into the game today. So if those of you at home had not tried it out yet, highly recommend. Has an excellent rate of fire, does a ton of damage, and is super accurate. So if any of you kind of like the hunting rifle and the heavy assault rifle, this is kind of an amalgamation of the two. You're going to love this weapon.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I've seen a lot of the players choosing to pick it up over other weapons, which is great to see. I love when they add a new weapon in the game, and it's something that the pro players are immediately picking up and taking advantage of.
Certainly, and we see Patek here and his partner kind of just rotating. They did have to kind of make their way into the zone. Next zone is coming to a close in 33 seconds, so where they're kind of at right now, they may start to get into a couple of engagements here just based off of the rotations from the other players coming into the zone and trying to get into the circle. They did take a couple of shots, but they are going to head up to the diner here, where they are going to be met by another duo. Tendons and his partner are there, and I know they know that each other is there, so we'll have to take a peek back later and see what's going on. But right now we have JDW, Ronin, Germ, and Aegis kind of at a turtle war. We're going to have to take a peek in their little shell here and see what they've got going on.
Oh, wow. I think JDW just went down to a third party there. Ronin and Aegis choosing to probably take down these walls. Oh, yeah, you see the shots coming in
we
right
do have
now.
Third-party shots coming in. So this is going to be interesting here.
Not something you want to happen when you're so focused on the audio in your turtle war. You do not notice that third party that comes in. The wall could have gotten shot out behind you, and before you know it, you're down, which is what I think happened to these two. And now taking advantage of those stink grenades, unfortunately, just in time with those explosions, he gets the revive.
JDW, the revive, the resurrection, the revive. But we are going to see a lot of third-party shots coming in here. Frosty is down and is trying to crawl away. I think he's afraid of getting hit with one of those stink bombs, it looks. I mean, those will take you out very quickly if you are down. 5 damage per tick. So you know what? You got to be very careful and very mindful of where they're coming from. Kind of excuse yourself from the situation, if you will, and crawl over to safety so you can get revived by your teammate. We have JDW here trying to get into a little bit of a build battle and take out some walls, make them his own so that he can edit and effectively use the shotgun to get some damage out on Aegis. Aegis does drop down, however, and does look like he is going to be starting to turtle. So there's a lot of edits going on, a lot of building, not too many shots being taken. These players are still kind of getting a feel for each other. It is only match 2 for those of you that are joining us from at home. So we have a ton of exciting Fortnite plays that I'm sure we're going to be seeing over the next 4 matches.
Yes, and $100,000 in prize pool to give away to these random duos we have with us. But keep in mind, the zone right now is in that top left corner of the map. These guys are now recognizing, is it worth it to take that engagement to fight the other team at the cost of taking that extra storm damage? So you see Aegis is finally making his way out. He does escape with his life, and I think it's just the storm pressure on the other team that causes them to rotate so early. And
you can see there, Aegis' stats did pop up. He had over 12,000 build damage, so damage to structures done. That just goes to show these guys really aren't taking shots on each other. They're just destroying their builds and trying to, play the game that way. It's not a bad idea, actually, with the way this game mode is set up. You only have 500 of each material, so resources are stretched very thinly, and if you can utilize shots to take out your enemy's resources, that's just another way you're going to put yourself in a better position for endgame.
And I think what a lot of that was the Turtle Wars. It's the removing of the wall, replacing of the wall, removing of the wall, replacing of the wall, little standoff that they had at the south side of that zone. And right away we see these guys getting advantage of the mountain, taking that high ground near the center of the circle and using those resources to build their little 1x1s and hopefully take some advantage of shots on these players as they rotate in.
Yeah, we did get a look over there. Jay Cuddy over in that area. You know what? I just have to do it. I have to say it. Have to shout it out. Jay Cuddy turned 26 years old yesterday.
Oh,
so happy
birthday
birthday to Jay Cuddy. I hope he does well today. That would be an excellent birthday present. But we do have Dark in 72 hours here, engaging with a couple of other teams.
Persecute up top high ground. We did see Dark in 72 hours take advantage of fights like these in this last game, and now they're looking to do the same. Dark taking shots, taken out by Persecute. Now it's up to 72 hours to take advantage. He is in a 1v2 situation. Do you see that at the bottom right corner, there's another player that looks like they're pushing in. Oh, using the heavy sniper, taking out the wall, and pump shotgun to the face is going to put him back in the lobby. But Persecute and Zykick taking advantage of those two and the way that they were split to get those eliminations.
Now we do see Tfue and Demo up on that mountain there, just kind of assessing everything. We have Zayt down here using the SMG to try to break through his opponent's structures so that he can, you know, just utilize the potential RPG, shoot the RPG through the window. This Zayt has a ton of weapons in his inventory right now that are excellent for breaking through structures and walls very, very quickly. So we're going to have to see how this kind of develops. We have a lot of players in this area all trying to get to the ultimate high ground that Demo and Tfue, they've already claimed that real estate.
Those guys are relaxing till the end game where hopefully Demo is able to perform the way he did in the last game. And you see Zayt and Blue T taking advantage of that split fire. They've positioned themselves a little bit separated so they're able to shoot at different walls while their opponents were trying to get those heals off. It does cause them to maybe get a little bit more confused, not be able to put those walls up right away and get tags on them. But they do now make the rotation to the other side of the mountain, maintaining that high ground and just perch up on the side here.
We still have 37 teams alive, 69 players in total. This mountain is going to end up being a very hot spot, I think, for these guys. You can see that Junk Junction is still in indeed, but there's really no one in there. All of these players kind of gravitating towards the high zone.
Butter.
I see
Butter is still alive. His partner,
and
Aiden. Butter's story is really interesting. He was with us, helping us practice a few of the things, and now he is in the skirmish, hoping to do his teammate Aiden proud. Already knocked, but he's able to make it into the, make it this far in the match now, looking to get into the zone. He does have other opponents around him. Looks like two of them are fighting in the zone right now. Just got a knock on him.
Butter does take a lot of shots here. He's trying to determine where the shots are coming from. Unfortunately, was not able to. That was Bowman coming through the storm and taking out Butter. That's unfortunate. But in case you guys are just joining us, we are here at this secret skirmish at an undisclosed secret location. Game number 2 of duos. We had Tfue and Demo take game number 1 with a total of 11 eliminations.